So it's Friday, and they're having at my local track, Showtime, cash days. They've been advertising on their website. So I'm gonna run down there tonight if it doesn't rain. Check it out, see what that's all about. Yeah, and there's supposed to be like a little testing tune too. So I guess before the cash days event starts, they're gonna have a testing tune. So I want to take it down there, and if it doesn't rain, and see if I can get a couple hits in to test out the gear. So yeah, so it's in the afternoon right now, and I'm just waiting to see if the weather's gonna stay, you know, the way it is. It's Florida, and the way Florida is it could be sunny all day, and then all of a sudden, you know, tornadoes, or, you know, storms and pouring rain and flooding. So it's just crazy down here. So we'll see. And I'm really curious to see what this gear has done for the ETs. It's been killing me because I've had the gear done for like 2 weeks and have not had a chance to get to the track. It never happens. It's just rain. So anyway, yeah, let me get off of here, and well, hopefully I'll pick it back up and I'll be on my way to the track. So all right, stay tuned. All right, so it looks like the weather cooperated with us. It's like a little past 5 o'clock now, and no rain, so we'll see what happens. Showtime is not too far from me, so it's only like 30 minutes. So if it does rain, it's not like I went too far. But yeah, so I was looking on the website, and it looks like there's gonna be some pretty cool classes there, like the stick shift class that I used to run years ago in Lakeland. The guy that I used to know over there, David Hill, he's going to be over there with his stick shift car. So should be some good video of these guys racing and, you know, all that. So yeah, let me stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get an iced coffee because this car is hot. It's still hot. It's like 5 something here, and it's still probably 98 degrees, even hotter in the car. But I do have good news for that. I have everything I need for the AC. So I went over to a guy to get a quote on making some lines for me. So I'm gonna drop it off on Tuesday to get all the AC lines made. I'm gonna mount the condenser this weekend, and then he's gonna run all the lines for me. And then my father-in-law, I'm gonna have him help me, you know, charge the R134 and evacuate the system and all that. I don't think I'm gonna make a video on that because there's a lot of videos on how to charge your AC. I mean, that's, you know. But anyway, I brought a little bit of cash with me just in case any Priuses want to try me. So we'll see what happens, you know. So anyway, all right, let me stop at Dunkin' Donuts and we'll get on down there. All right, so we're about to make a pass here. They're just like blowing the track off really quick, but the weather seems to be good, and test and tune is only gonna go for like an hour, so I'm gonna try and do a couple passes. So we're just trying to improve on our 820, like 822. If we do better than an 822, then the gear helped. So the only change is 373 gear to a 410 gear. That's the only change we made, and let's see what happens.
So I was going to do a V8, I was going to get, no, a 93. I was going to do my own maybe like, $1,000. I have a buddy on North Foot. That's why we're at the worker's house right now. Turbo, it has 35 grand. Oh, it's up there. I paid $1,300 for this one day. Well, I can put it out less than we're going to do a $500 less one. So I'm like, yeah, thought-wise, that's kind of why I said it. Because I'm really bad on trees, so you're going to get to move automatically.
Yeah. All right, about to take the first pass. That was pretty bad. Yeah, that didn't go well. It was a pro tree and I left like way late. So, oh well. We're just looking for the time anyway, so. Thank you. All right, something went horribly wrong. So now we're running, I can hardly see, I need my glasses. 836. So putting a gear in it slowed it down. Interesting. We'll try that again. I really couldn't get it up on boost. We'll let it cool down a little bit. Okay, so it went, the 60 foot was worse. It went 203 60 foot, 838 at 85.9 miles an hour. So we're a whole mile an hour slower and about a 10th slower in the 8th. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's the weather. It's super hot. It could be it. And I didn't really let the car cool down. So let me let it cool down and we'll try to make one more pass. I want it to be really cool when I make the next pass. I think that I just drove, 45 minutes and that could be part of the problem. I don't know. So, all right, we're gonna try it one more time. See what happens. If it's still running slower, I'm not gonna run anymore because there could be something wrong. I don't know. So we'll see. So that felt a little better. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's going to be a little better. The 2J, the red 2J went in front of me. I didn't know he was up to run. I wanted to get that on video, but I'm sure he'll make some more passes and I'll get it on video. Yeah, same thing. 8:34. So something's off. So I'm not gonna run it anymore. Just take some video of the other cars and stuff like that, but we'll figure it out. Let's go check out some cars. Hard to keep clutches in them. When I ran stick shift, I could not keep a clutch in it, and to save my life. That's a no time car, grudge car. Pretty sweet. Oh my god, this one's beautiful. JZ. I gotta talk to this guy. This thing is nasty. So it's not like, I mean, it doesn't have like a water cooler or anything like that, or it's just straight, you know, front mount. So okay, so I think that stock hoods on race cars looks the best. I mean, back in the day, it used to be like, you want the biggest cowl hood you could get, but now I don't know, man. I love the way stock hoods look on Mustangs with drag radials and wheels and everything. Tech right now, so let's go check this out. Hopefully they pop the hood. It's got a 2J, right? Yeah. I got a Mustang, a coupe with a 1J in it.
Oh really?
Yeah, right down at the end there. Yeah, it's just bone stock though. I drive it around, you know, all over the place. So. Yeah.
Oh, street driving, everything?
Street driving, yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad to see one, another six-cylinder here. Yeah. That's cool. That's a beautiful car, man.
Huh?
Is it been broke or you just ain't been out? nice radio in there, and some Rockford Fosgate 6.5 or 5 1/4s in the doors. This thing is sick. Little grudge car right here. That on there. It's interesting. Another stick shift car. Man, there's a lot of them out here. A lot of stick shift. I'm surprised. Back when I used to race stick shift, we'd have a hard time getting like 8 cars out. So this is good news. Paint job. Drag Jeep. Precision turbo hiding in there, or maybe a Garrett, I don't know. Alright, we got a turbo Mustang here. Let's go look at the motor in this 2J.
On the back end here.
Wow.
Sweet.
That's just my goals. Right
Goals. There. Yeah, I was just gonna say goals right there, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of difference in the size of the turbo compared to yours.
Not much. Is that like a 5-inch intake?
Looks like it. Easy.
5-inch, right?
Yeah.
Crazy power right there, man. That's 1,500 plus probably.
Yeah, depending on where you're at.
It's got nitrous too. 17. But I drive it on the street, so I don't know about those 17-inch wheels on the street.
You
What
got
do you think?
3.5-inch wheels in it. It doesn't matter if they're 50 or 70.
Yeah.
Still a 3.5-inch wheel.
No, those are 4.5. The ones I have.
Oh, really?
The RTSs are different than those. Those are more for like racing. The RTSs are like a street wheel.
Yeah, those aren't street wheels.
No, those aren't for the street. Yeah. Supras. Gotta go to the Supras. Ain't messing around. G-body. It's pretty clean for a race car. Real clean. Ford Maverick. Man, that wing fits perfect on there.
Still got a few more. Eric's cool and seeing here. Everybody needs over to DC right now, I can tell you that. We've got a big problem. But we want to thank our air conditioner sponsor, ACFC.com. Eric's cool and seeing here. Lemon Motorsports, GLE Racing Products, Eric Edward Racing, Tozer Run, and NAM Home and Clean Service. Without all these sponsors, it would not be possible for this whole weekend.
More cars over here. Let's go look. So far, this is pretty awesome. There's so many fast cars here.
Showtime Drag Strip.
I think you're right, Juan. The Fords do sound better than 1Js. Nice car, nice car. Stick shift car. This thing's sweet. He's got my wheels on there. Yep, same wheels on the front. Nice Cougar. Nice. That's really nice. What class you running in? Are you?
Just testing.
Oh, just testing soon. Okay.
Yeah, so I think the damn converter was way too loose in it.
Too loose?
Got an AOD. I'm working on getting it back on the street.
It's got an AOD? nice. You don't see too many cougars anymore. Yeah.
That's the original.
There was another one over there too.
Yeah, that's the original Ram Air 428 Eliminator.
Nice.
I blew the 428 over years ago, and I always wanted one of these Boston. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have. I spent all the money getting going. Now I can't have anybody to get the running.
I hear you. I hear you. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I drive a truck for it. I'm gone all the time. I don't think they don't go over here. I'm going to the one with the green. It's got a Chevrolet motor in it.
Okay.
Back.
So it looks like it's just stick shift cars and drudge cars. So yeah, pretty cool. Wow, this thing's clean.
Coming to the line next is Dave out of Largo. Ford Mustang.
All right, guys, it's this is the next day after the event last night, and I wanted to go over the time slips a little bit closer, and I kind of figured out what was going on and why our ET was a little about the same. So let me flip the camera around and I'll show you the time slips. Okay, so if you look at our previous, this is with the 373 gear in it. It was running, basically it went 827 first pass, 828 second pass, and 833 third pass. Okay. So last night with the 410 gear, it ran 838 and 834. Yeah, 838 and 834. So it's just a tiny bit slower, and the mile an hour dropped a little bit too. So, and I know why this happened. Let me flip the camera around and I'm going to show you on a little whiteboard, kind of explain what happened. Okay, so let's pretend that this represents the 8th mile here. With the 373 gear, the car was shifting into second gear around here, and then into third gear past the 8th mile. Okay, so we were getting a shift here and past the 8th mile, which wasn't good, you know, because you want to be topping out in your gear at the end of the track. So you want to be at this shift needs to be closer to here. So with the 410 gear, I was hoping to move this shift point closer to the end of the track. Okay, so now that was the 373 gear. So now let's go to the 410 gear, where the 410 gear was shifting here into second and right here into third. If you watch the video, you can hear it shifting into third gear. Okay, this is terrible. This is devastating, because what's happening is we're shifting right before the end of the track. So the car is cutting timing, it's cutting fuel, everything for the shift. That's what the stock ECU on these cars do. So it's dropping, it's just basically you're putting on the brakes right before the end of the track. So that's why the mile an hour was down, that's why the ET was, so it's actually encouraging, because the ET is roughly the same, and we're getting that extra shift here, which is not good. Okay, so ideally what we need to do is leave the 410 gear in there and basically raise the shift point somehow, which I don't think we're gonna be able to do with the stock ECU. It shifts when it's gonna shift, that's it. So ideally you would want your shift to be right in the middle, of here, and then right after the 8th. So basically you're topping out in that gear, and you're topping out there in your RPM. This will be your RPM. Let's see if I can. This would be your RPM. You want your RPM to be topping out right there, even just barely touching the limiter when you're going through the traps. Okay. So but that's not what's happening here. What's happening is we're shifting right before the traps, which in drag racing, yeah. So it's shifting right before the traps, like 30, 40 feet right before the end of the track, which that's horrible. That's like the worst thing you can do in drag racing. You know, you're shifting into another gear, which is not necessary. What we need to do is we need to rev it out more. So like I said, that's not going to happen with the stock ECU. So basically what I would need would be, you know, I'm somewhere in between. Like a 373 gear wasn't enough, and a 410's too much. So I would need like a 4.0 gear. They don't exist. So yeah. So what we need to do, basically, we're gonna do a converter. Maybe not. I don't know. I may save that money that I would do for a converter, because a converter is between like $800 and $1,000. I may save that money and do like a turbo 400 or a turbo 350 with a trans brake and all that. Then I can have it set up and shift it where I want. You know, I can shift it. I can go past you know, the rev limit a little bit. I can touch the rev limiter, you know, with that. So then I can gear it right. You know, I can have the transmission geared right to do what I want it to do in the 8th. So it would be ideal would be shift 1 to 2 in the 8th, and then just past the 8th shift into 3rd. So when I run quarter mile, it'll run out in 3rd gear. So yeah, those are a couple options I can do. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, when you're dealing with stock ECU and it's shifting when it wants and not when I want it to, there's really nothing I can do about it. So, but anyway, yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I'm gonna try to separate the two videos because I got a lot of coverage of that event. That event was crazy. It was awesome. So I'm probably just gonna do, this video is gonna be just for my you know, my runs and, you know, my times and this the explanation on why it slowed down. So, and then I'll put up another video of all the coverage of all the cars. Man, it was some fast cars, fast stick shift cars, fast grudge cars. The whole thing was no time, no prep, no time. So I don't know the times, but I can tell you some of those stick shift cars were easily in the 5s. So yeah, hope you guys like this video and you know, learned something. I learned something. I thought something was wrong. Like I was thinking that you know, something broke on the car and that's why it slowed down, but it's the shift points. That's basically what it is, because I watched the video over again and then I watched my previous video when it had the 373s in it, and you can see it shifting. You know, it's not shifting into 3rd gear when I let off the gas, going through the traps. So, all right. So, yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.